Breaking news.
Hind. The very unflattering thing Cheryl Tweedy told me about X Factor judge Louis Walsh, and why. As someone disliked by so many in showbiz, he's playing a dangerous game on Celebrity Big Brother. One spring evening back in 2007, I found myself sitting next to Cheryl Tweedy, then Cowell, and her Girls Aloud bandmates at one of the hippest nightclubs in London. There to promote a deal with a haircare brand, the singers were in a chatty mood. "What do you think of Louis Walsh?" Cheryl asked me over a glass of champagne at 24 in Soho. I shrugged my shoulders, but did say that I knew he was partial to being rude about his X Factor colleagues to journalists, including the show's creator Simon Cowell. "We don't like him, do we, girls?" she said, turning to her bandmates. "No," was their unanimous response. And with good reason. The girl group had been lumbered with Walsh, the mogul behind Irish boy bands, including Boyzone and Westlife, as their manager when they were put together on ITV talent show, Pop Stars, The Rivals. Walsh soon made it clear, in his trademark outspoken style, that he would rather have been teamed up with another all-male group. Some years later, when Tweedy was reunited with Walsh after joining the X Factor as a judge, he compared her to a peacock, accusing her of believing the ITV series was her show. He even taunted her on air about looking orange. Only last year, Walsh had another go at her, claiming that she lip-syncs rather than singing when performing live, and would not win the X Factor if she was a contestant. Yes, Walsh was and still is a greater gossip who is disliked by many in the show business world. And so I'm stunned that the street-fighting Irishman, who is currently appearing on Celebrity Big Brother, kicked off a very public feud with the Irish singing and TV presenting duo Jedward by telling his fellow housemates the pair were vile during Tuesday's episode, before boasting he got PS5 million from them. Jedward, Irish brothers John and Edward Grimes, both 32, responded by branding Walsh an evil manipulator who they allege tried to make us sign our name and life away in dodgy contracts to people he was great friends with, and forced us into an office to pay £70,000 plus to one of his own PR workers. They also accused him of being a cold-hearted who didn't send flowers after their mother's death. This isn't the first time these two parties have engaged in a war of words. Their paths first crossed in 2009 when Walsh, then an X Factor judge, was appointed Jedward's mentor. 7 years later, he described them as the most embarrassing thing to happen to him. Now that battle is raging, Jedward may have more to say. Someone who was around when they were working with Walsh warned, if those boys decide to come out and say more, things could get pretty uncomfortable for Louis. I don't know what he is playing at. Quite. Over a long period of time, I saw for myself how two-faced Walsh could be about people he came into contact with. Some years back, my then showbiz editor took a call from Walsh, who, after telling him he had quit as a judge on the X Factor, proceeded to go on a tirade against Simon Cowell, the man who had hired him on a salary just shy of PS1 million per episode. In 2009, Walsh also had some choice words about his then Saturday night rival show, Strictly Come Dancing, telling me that it was finished, and that he didn't really know who professional dancer Anton Dubik is. He would also turn on journalists, myself included. He seemed to get some kind of bizarre kick out of banning people from press events, simply because it was their turn to be on the receiving end of his wrath.